Namaste, Jai Shri Krishna to all the devotees. Hope you all are safe and healthy. Today we are talking about the Ganpati festival and understanding about the Hindu tradition, culture, Hinduism, and lifestyle of the Hindu. Let us understand Ganpati festival is very auspicious festival, religious festival, but with that festival it have a big social element behind it. We ask ourselves why this festival become so popular in the world. Everybody is celebrating Ganpati festival. Everybody is welcoming Ganpati Bhagwan. There is a story, there is a belief, there is a faith. And when the faith is there, always the blind faith also is there. Some devotees go to the extreme to show the blind faith in the world. And sometimes the festival itself grown so much and then it's become a commercial entity for the world, becoming a spirituality left aside. And over the years, this festival become a materialistic desire fulfillment event. Over the years, political party use these tools to promote them political agenda, and many other personalities like social influencer, public influencer, Bollywood personalities, they use this festival to promote themselves. There was a days where the celebrations, it was only commercial entity. Everything becoming a commercialization. And I know there was a before 2020 in India, they make the mandap decorations and the Ganpati celebration means the Ganpati that mandap itself for 10 days used to be get insured or how many rupees you can think 5 crore 5 crore when I say means ke in the billions of the rands for insurance only for 10 days. And we think ourselves why the Bhagwan need insurance. We says Bhagwan is a who was the one who removed the obstacles in our life. How his life is going to be dangerous. But it's not the Bhagwan position, Bhagwan life. But the dangerous position is the materialistic things which they put surrounding. That's become a, in a way, it become a materialistic event. But now in last 2 days, this festival has become a real spiritual meaning with the real spiritual way. When time has passed, we know, we understand all beautiful, glorified decorations and everything. No doubt on it, we can do it. Is sometimes we say it's our faith. I says faith is fine, but faith does not mean we must allow our faith to become a fulfill our materialistic desire, and not only that, in the same time, we become a personality of blind faith. But anyway, let's start understand about the history of this festival. The spiritual meaning behind it is to welcome the Ganpati Bhagwan, new birth of the Ganpati Bhagwan. And then Ganpati Bhagwan bless his devotees with lots of joy, happiness. Not only joy, happiness, but remove the obstacles. With that, Ganpati Bhagwan give a blessing to Siddhi and Buddhi. Intellect power, intelligent power, success and prosperity. That is the reason we celebrate Ganpati festival. Many years ago, this festival started with the group of the people. They made a murti, means a statue of the Ganpati Bhagwan with mud, mati, and that's supposed to be. Over the years, it's become a fancy, as I said, so I will not repeat what I told already. The mud make the murti with the mud, and then immerse that murti back into the water. The message is our life made with the five element and merged into the five element. And during that time, whatever we lives, however we lives, and whichever way we lives, that matter most than the beginning and end. In the same time, Ganpati Bhagwan have a tremendous power, Surya Koti, equivalents to a more than 2-3 million, maybe more. Surya Narayan Bhagwan power, Ganpati Bhagwan alone have it, which he release for his devotees, and then guide them and help them how to come out from the problem. Because remember, when you in a problem, you have to use the intelligence and intellect. Without that does not work that anything. Because when you are in a problem, if you don't use the intelligence and intellect, then you are going to press the panic button. You are going to be into the state of the difficult mind, and then you're not going to manage to take the right decisions. Therefore, it's very important. Buddhi is very important. We have to have a buddhi. Now, years ago, I'm talking about is 1893, 93, 94 time. In Maharashtra, a town called the Pune. His name was Bal Gangadhar Tilak, who has decided to celebrate this festival as a little but grand scale. Before, the devotees used to bring the murti, make the murti in the house, worship it and immerse it. Then the concept was brought into the society where they bring the unity, peace and harmony. So unity, peace and harmony, how we can bring? So when we stay together, then only we can bring the peace, unity and harmony. So likewise, today we have a platform called the social media platform. In those days, there was no social media. There was no media, in fact. And that's why people used to live very peacefully and joyfully, because nobody used to worry what is that person doing on Facebook, what is that person doing on Instagram, what is that person doing on a other platform. And I always say, do not compare your life with anybody, because you ask yourself, when you put the picture on a Facebook, yourself, I'm not asking anybody else, ask yourself, when you put the picture or post on a Facebook, Instagram, on WhatsApp, do you put your ugly picture? In the morning you wake up without having a makeup and take the selfie and put, do you put that one? You're not going to put, it's not going to look nice. When you have a nice, beautiful makeup, beautiful sari, beautiful clothing, then take the selfie and put it in. But you yourself know, without makeup, how you look. Subject is, what we see on the social media is not the true world. Therefore, do not compare your life with anybody's life. If you have a children, if you have a husband, wife, they are the best one for you. Take care of them, look after them. Message of the Ganpati Bhagwan is peace, harmony. And peace and harmony can bring the prosperity. So Lokmanya Tilak, Bal Gangadhar Tilak has decided to use that Ganpati Bhagwan's festival concept to bring this unity, peace and harmony into the society in large. So then he brought that entire festival on the street. So he called entire neighboring street and celebrate together. And then slowly, it's become a popular. But the purpose was to bring the peace, prosperity, and harmony. And that it, at some extent, it did serve that purpose. And then it's become so popular. Today, we all of us are celebrating one or another way this Ganpati festival. But the main purpose has been forgotten, has been put it aside, and then it's become a tool of the promotion, tool of the political agenda, and tool of the becoming a materialistic desire and fulfillment of the wealth. Now Bhagwan Ganpati has came back to remind us, go back to your roots, find the ways how to bring the people together, how to bring together and bring the togetherness. And that's very important. If we're not going to unite, if we're not going to be stay in harmony, we're never going to be prosper and we're not going to be grow in our life. As I said, there will be lots of religious messages, you will get it tomorrow. And my aim is with the religious to teach the value of the message of the reality. And that is I am doing at the moment. This is called Dharma talk. Dharma talk means to teach, learn the Dharma, understand the Dharma, and follow the Dharma. Dharma means your responsibility, your duties, and importantly, your righteousness path which is you born into. You have to follow those rules. Sometimes we think, why is scriptural dharmic rules we must follow? Why can't we do that? Why can't we do that? But we must remember, those are the rules for us. Simple example I will give you. And I always give this example. In those who have traveled themselves into the 50s and 60s in an aeroplane, maybe 70s in a plane, from A country to B country, the airlines used to allow the smoke into the aeroplane, if I'm not wrong. They used to allow. But over the years, people has misused and abused that little but liberty which was given to them. And then what happened today? If you travel into the flight, means up 2019, you can't even take a bottle of the water from outside. And today, in this COVID time, I know before your family used to come and when some Indian travels, one person travel and 20 people go to say goodbye to them. Traveler is only one, but occupation of the space is for the 20 people. Today, only one person must enter, nobody else can go inside. Subject is, those are the system, those are the rules for us, our benefit, for our protections. In the scriptures, the certain rules, certain things for our benefit, our upliftment, and our good, for our well-being. So Ganpati festival, when we celebrate 10 days, what we supposed to do and what we do. So on the first day means tomorrow we will do the sthapna. You don't have to do the sthapna in your house. You just watch what we're doing. But tomorrow morning you must light the lamp, offer laddu na prasad to Bhagwan Ganpati, and then after you can offer flower, rice, and basic minimum things. That is the Ganpati Chauth. Tomorrow Sthapna happen. Some places they keep 1.5 days. Some places they keep 3 days. Last year we kept it 3 days. Some places 5 days. Some places 7 days, based on situations, and some places full 14 days, 10 days. Sorry. Visarjan immersion happen on the 10th day. During that, if you keeping for 10 days, you can do Satyanarayana Bhagwan Katha, You can do the Havan. You can take part in our virtual festival celebrations. It will be the every day we're going to sing Ganapati Chalisa. We're going to have a one or two bhajan and arati and all those things. That will be continue. You can take part. You can offer Durva means ke daroi to Ganpati Bhagwan every day. And then after it will be the few days, one days, it called the Rishi Pancham, Sapta Rishi Puja. You will see the post from my side where I'm going to be explained into the written, where you're going to be understand why this Rishi Pancham is important. It will be Durva Ashtami, Dharo Atham, and birth of the Radharani also will happen during that time. We're going to be celebrate that too. And then after Ganpati Visarja. So that's how this festival gets celebrated with the spiritual meaning. Now, why the spirituality is very important for us? Normally, I don't talk political. Normally, I don't talk any other matters into the public platform. But this is a ideal example for all of us to understand what exactly happens in the world and how the things happens. Maybe my assumption is wrong. Maybe my presumption is wrong. But whatever evidence come front of us, we think about maybe that could be a reason. See what happens in Afghanistan. Afghanistan government has changed. Now, if we look at the larger point of view, how can the possible within a 24-hour or 48-hour or within a few days, the whole regime get changed and America get pulled out from that particular region? But now if we are the spiritual person, if we take the spiritual meaning out of it, there is a big information, big message coming for us too. That is act happens, and in my astrological talk, I have already said many times, extremist will be things will be increased. You if you go back to the my all astrological talk, consistently I'm speaking extremist continue will be take over. Not only that, I already have said many times in that talk where uh, certain area you see like the one like Hayati, I don't know, the president was assassinated. Recently, one government has been taken over by the military, and all those things I already have said in my astrological talk. It within a few weeks, I will resume that my astrological talk as well. Now, I'm coming to that point which is I want to make it. But before I come to that point, I want to explain to you. If you see in the sky, while I'm talking astrology, if you see in the sky, on some point northwest side, you will see the bright star, reddish color. That is called the Mars. Yesterday I checked it actually. Mangal came very close to the planet Earth. And that Mangal is a Bhumi. Bhagwan Ganapati Maharaj no Biju second name is called like if we understand him as another way is a Mangal Karta. Mangal Karta. Iske bring the auspiciousness in the life. Now that Mars, Mangal has came very close to this planet Earth this time after so many years after that Mangal has came. The beauty part is when I talk casually like this, devotees don't take me serious. But when somebody sit on the camera and then they said, so that video goes viral. Why? Because we have a habit to. When we was in India, I know our Guruji used to tell us one thing: we're not going to buy items is called the made in India, but we're going to buy the made in America. So we're not going to understand the local personality what it says, but when the external element says, "Oh, now it's something new," but right now what I'm saying, don't take casually because that's a Mangal came very close after so many years. Impact will be you will see, and that impact will be some goodness, auspicious things will happen, happy things will happen in the world, but in the same time, the Mangal related to the blood, so the blood will be get boiled. So what will happen in technically the extremist elements, aggressive element, those kind of the personalities will show them power, will show themselves into the world, and that will lead to the disaster. In a way, can be disasters of the political disasters, and not only that, few places in next upcoming month you will see the earthquake also going to be happen. Although today is not my astrological talk, but it's just came in my mind when I was talking about the astrology. But you can go outside after this. My talk is over. You will see the how beautifully the Mars looking, Mangal looking, very bright, nice, very close. Hardly you can see, and we have a nice, beautiful. Hopefully, the outside there is no cloud. Yesterday it was a very clean sky, so you can see very beautifully. Venus next to the Mangad, it was Mercury, and then little bit distance. They're all in a one line. Very beautiful scene I have seen. But anyway, now I'm coming to that point which is I was making about. Let's try to understand what happened in that region, how this happened. 20 years, America ruled. Means indirectly, proxy, America was there. So what happened? The people of the Afghanistan, leadership of Afghanistan, was very casual, very easy, very relaxed. They actually already has accepted that this America and these other forces will be there forever for them, will protect them. And then while they was teaching them, while they was providing that all the facility them, the people never, if we look at that way, they never took the seriousness about one day if the America is not there, how they going to survive. That's question they never asked themselves. They was living nicely life, beautifully. Leadership was enjoying everything. And then what happened suddenly? America pulled out. When America pulled out, then they don't know what to do. Why? While the America was there, they did not learn how to protect, how to prevent, and how to build up a good a country, because they was in under shadow of these forces and they thought that they will be there forever. If we look at the spiritual message behind it, and then for us to understand, nobody will be here for us forever. We have to make it ourselves strengthen, stronger, and powerful by accepting and learning the skill, while the personalities, while the people who is helping us, surrounding with us. We have to be stand up, we have to be stronger, we have to be understand. Otherwise, what can happen? If those people one day not there for us, then we're going to be collapsed. Institutions are going to be collapsed. Families are going to be collapsed. Businesses are going to be collapsed. If the message, if we don't understand, if we run the business, if we run the family, as a head of the family, Bhagwan Ganpati, this is all we must understand is a matter of the intelligence and intellectual. Festival Ganpatis does not mean that we just do it, prayer, and then we must try to understand. So the Ganpati Bhagwan teach us those kind of the messages through his festival. If you are head of the family, is your responsibility to make each and every family personality independent, stronger, and powerful. Not only that, the family members also must understand they should be independent, stronger, and powerful, not to dependent on anybody. Otherwise, what can happen and what will happen if those people are not surrounding with you? This extremist element, we can see the external element who always look forward to take over, they will take over your family's values, family's life, family's importance, and you will actually live the life in the condition of them, not on your condition. This is a family message. The message for the business. We know in a business there is always there is a competition. And if you as a business head, if you do not create the next generation, if you do not pass the ethics of the business in the next generation, then your own business And the next generation, if don't do not willing to take it over, then the entire business will collapse. And then business competitor will take over your business. If you are in institutions, if you belongs to the any institutions, religious or any other, make sure your institutions survive. Make sure that your institutions live with same ethics, with same morals, with same responsibilities, which has been designed for so many years. But how can possible? The possibility is you as an individual, as a community member, as a society member, as a family member, as a business employer or employee or worker, whoever is that. You everyone has to realize that we all of us should play our part to make this one. Otherwise, we have seen as soon as the little gap come, entire institution collapse, entire business collapse, entire family collapse. So this message we must understand through this current scenario what happening. If I had to tell you the story what happened in the Mahabharata and Ramayana and then Narsimha Mehta and Mirabai stories, you will say આ તો mythological story કયા કરે છે અને જવા દો. I gave you a practical example which has happened in front of you in only 20 days ago. You cannot deny that part. We are all witness that. We learn from every single aspect. That's why when we see the what happen in the world, we understand. We said what is the spiritual message, what the world, what the Bhagwan want to tell us, what the Bhagwan want to send us the message through for us for this act. We must analyze like that. And this is a message, if I read that way, so now for us is very important for us to be take a little bit extra take responsibility and learn how to make our society, our family, our mandir a pride. And then if we have to, then we have to play our part. We all have to learn the skill. We all have to learn how to be a participate, and we also, and I always says, we all have to use the thought, it called the out of box thinking. It's very important. If you're not going to think out of box, you're not going to be managed to survive. Think out of box. And Ganpati Bhagwan is the Bhagwan who is thinker and then out of box thinker for ourselves. Give you example. Out of box thinker when it's come to that part. Simple before I close it. One day, Ganpati Bhagwan and his brother Kartikeya both went to the Shankara Bhagwan and Mata Parvati and asked, between two of us, who is the greater than each second one? Now, this question every parents do face in them life at least once when them children are small. One day them children ask, who is the powerful, I am or my sister, or I am or my brother? That's question always asked. Because similarly, this question was asked to the Parvati Mata and Shankar Bhagwan. Now, what happened? Now, you as a parents, you in a dilemma. You don't want to disappoint any of your child. So you will come up with some solution. But anyway, now same way, Shankar Bhagwan and Parvati Mata came with the solution. They said, okay, whoever will be, come the first after the doing the pradakshina of entire galaxy, that person will be a greater, intelligent, and powerful. Now you think about Kartikeya got a peacock vahan. He is a thinner like me. And then he can fly faster than Ganpati Bhagwan. Ganpati Bhagwan is heavy. His vahan is a mushak. Mushak ne hu kehvaય? Undar ne hu kehvaય? A mushak means a rat. A mouse, we can say, is like that. Now, it will take him forever to finish that entire route. And it was well known now, the Kartikeya is a big brother and is going to become a winner of this entire competition, if we look at that way. But out of box thinker find a solution. logic solutions, scriptures based solutions, and then practical solutions. So, what Ganpati Bhagwan did, he asked Parvati Mata and Shankar Bhagwan to sit on the chair, and he did the 7-time pradakshina of Shankar Bhagwan and Parvati Mata, and then told, okay, for me, this entire universe is on your feet, and you are the one is my world. I don't have to worry about the world to moving around. So if you can decide if I did right or wrong, for me, you are the universe and you are the world. Same time, out of box thinker personality has given a respect to the parents and to prove his point. Okay, bhai, you don't have to move around in the world. You can get everything if you respect your parents, and if you are give a proper treatment to your parents, you will receive everything. And that day, Ganpati Bhagwan was declared of the winner of this competition between of two brothers. Subject I want to make it here is intelligence, we must use it. There are the many stories about the Ganpati Bhagwan. There are the many things about the Ganpati Bhagwan. We must try to understand. But main thing is intelligence. Use intelligence, use intellect for upliftment yourself, your family, your business, your work, your society, your mandir, and your religious institution. Think out of box. eh. In the same time, Ganpati Bhagwan also teach very important message in our life. What is the second message for us to understand is eh, Ganpati Bhagwan, he's like a ladu, modak ne. So ladu, what made with the ladu? You can make it with the bundina ladu and a different ladu. The sweet item, mithas. eh. Now the sweetness. Now if you look at that message behind it, so because Ganpati Bhagwan eats so many ladu, that's why he is like, it's not like that. If you want to become a prosper, if you want to become a happy, you have to have a sweetness, mithas in your life. Mithas means ke, the kindness, humbleness, helpfulness. eh. First we pray Ganpati Bhagwan. Why? Even when we do the Shankar Bhagwan puja, we pray Ganpati Bhagwan. Why? Because Ganpati Bhagwan start with these three messages. Kind, be a humble, and be a helpful. If you dare for yourself to being kind, humble, and helpful, then guaranteed all your work, everything what you decide will go smooth without obstacles. And let me tell you, in this world, there is a no work without a problem. I remember when we used to study in our ashram, and then we always had a task to do something and something, cleaning the dishes, mopping the floor, cleaning the window. The task always used to be allocated to us. So among us, there are the few also they get the task, but they don't work. If you have lived into the hostel life, you will understand better. There you will always find the people who said, okay, they always depend on somebody. Okay, પેલો કરી નાખશે ને ત્યાં બેઠેલો જ છે ને, થઈ જશે કામ, and let me relax. And then after inspection start, so inspect that when the inspection start, and then after your work, straight you go to the Guruji's room and said, okay, I did everything. Our Guruji's inspection process. What was the inspection process? You can learn this skill also from this message. So Guruji never used to go physically to see the glass is clean or not, or the dish is clean or not. He said, he looked at all the 10 people, and he straight away says, two of you haven't did nothing. And he says, no, we did everything. How can you can say like that? He said, I can tell you, you did nothing. Then one day, nicely somebody asks, how can Guruji, you can just straight away can tell that these people did nothing and then you are 100% right. Let me tell you, Guruji said, let me tell you one thing. The person who work that type of a job, cleaning the dishes or cleaning the window or any type, that type of a job, you make sure that's guaranteed. The first things first, his hand is dirty. Secondly, his clothes is wet. And thirdly, his clothes is not as straight as he started with the work. And these are the qualities. If you don't find in a person, then it's guaranteed he hasn't worked anything. And you all the ladies know when they wash the dishes, પાણીના છાંટા તો ઉડે જ. When you clean that floor, તમારી that istri, when you do the ironing, don't stay straight. Eh? Subject is that's where intelligence is comes in our life. Intellectual intelligence and intellectual is not to bring somebody down, but to understand that nobody can make you fool. In the same time, if you work, your hands will go dirty as well. And if you make your hands dirty, then success is waiting for you. Prosperity is waiting for you. And Ganpati Bhagwan blessings is waiting for you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. From tomorrow onwards, we will be live 10 days consistently on Ganpati Festival. Join us live. And if you haven't subscribed this channel, you must subscribe this channel. And if you think that this entire 20-30 minute talk which I gave it to you is very helpful, only one thing you can do it, share to your friends and family group this link. Stay safe, stay healthy. ઓ ઈશ્વર ભજીએ તને મોટું છે તુજ નામ ગુણ તારા નિત્ય ગાઈએ થાય અમારા કામ હેત લાવી હસાવતું સદા રાખ દિલ સાફ ભૂલ કદી કરીએ અમે તો પ્રભુ કરજો માફ ઓમ દેવો શાંતિરંતરિક્ષ ગુમ શાંતિ પૃથ્વી શાંતિરાપઃ शान्तिरोषधयः शान्ति वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्ति ब्रह्म शान्ति सर्वगुण शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः श्यामा शान्तिरेधि ओम शांति 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 सुशांतिर्भवतु. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. But tomorrow broadcast will start 5:15 in the evening, not 6:20. Just remember that part.